Hi, everyone. Diana Rankin here. So good to see you. Hello, Sheila. She says, hello, Diana and Piper. And hi, everyone, with lots of red hearts. So she's sending us lots of love, and we'll take it. Thank you. And thank you for the love you send to us, but thank you also for the love you receive from us. Our question today is interesting. And if you have questions, if you would, forgot to grab the book here. But if you have questions, just put them in the comments below. Again, I do ask that you keep them of a general esoteric nature. But if you have questions that are personal, just get a hold of me. My number is below in the information right below the screen here. Hello, Akila. She says, hello, everyone. So good to see all of you who can come live. And it's fun because I happen to know these these are like people not in my backyard. They're I won't say where you're from unless you choose to, but I love that we have international and we have people from all over the US join us. And so it's wonderful. And I want to also say next Friday, we will do the predictions for December. And also, next Friday is our Sacred Circle, which all of you are welcome to join. Just go to my website, which is just my name, and that you can click below. It's right below, and just go to the website and click on Sacred Circle, and it'll tell you all about it and what we do. And we have it by Zoom, so you can join us wherever you are. And I know both Sheila and Akila have been there. And Sheila says hi from Amsterdam. So she's welcoming to tell us where she's from. And I was trying not to do that for me. So I'm so glad you did that, Sheila. Thank you. Because I love to say Sheila from Amsterdam. So thank you. And um, tell us where you're from if you want. You don't have to, but we love to know where you're from. We'll also get a message from, if I turn it up right, from one of my books. It's the Master's Book of Answers by Phillip. And as many of you know, it is just an oracle book. So we always get our message for the week. So let's get right into our question here and find out what Phillip has to say. Phillip, by the way, if you don't know, is my spirit guide. And the question from one of our viewers is, when we cross into spirit world, do we get all of the answers we didn't get in our lifetime? Interesting. And I have to tell you, when I wrote this question out for Phillip, here's what I heard. No. Phillip has a sense of humor, and he just started laughing when I posed the question, when we cross into spirit world, do we get all of the answers we didn't get in our lifetime? He found that funny. And he says, no. We suppose that is not enough of an answer for you, so we shall elaborate. Well, thank you, Phillip. It must first be understood that the human body is merely a shell, an image, if you will. The being that is you is so much more. You are spirit, energy inhabiting a human body. So we're spirit or energy inhabiting a human body. You are the human body and must care for it, but you are so much more. You are spirit expressing through human form. As you are released from the human form, you are still quite entwined with the human mindset. You still have human emotions and thoughts. You may not even be fully aware you no longer have a human body. You may have sudden insights and understandings, just as you do now in your body. You just won't suddenly become all knowing. When we leave our body, we have the experience we are expected to have. For those who thought they'd see light and be greeted by loved ones or a religious figure, they will. I normally don't look at the messages over here, and I'm looking at the bigger screen because it's just easier to see. And Sheila says, "Oh, too bad," because I want everything about aliens and pyramids to know. Well, I've been inside those pyramids, and I'm telling you, whoa, Whoa, the the magical energy inside a pyramid is really something. Anyway, Philip goes on to say, for those who fear death, they will leave their bodies in this fear. They will fall into darkness, which will last until fear is released, and they are able to see the light or hear the voice of love. Once in the light, whether immediately or after leaving the darkness or after leaving suspended time, which is being caught in neither light or dark, but still in transition, which can take a few minutes or many years. Once in the light, you may ask questions. So, what Philip is saying here is we're going to see what we think we're going to see. So, if we think we're going to see light and loved ones, or if we follow a religion and want to see that figure, we will. If we, however, die while we're in fear, we're going to probably see some darkness before we hear the voice of love or open our eyes to the light. Philip is also telling us there are those times when people die and are caught between the worlds, and until they recognize they're no longer in the body and again see the light or hear the love, they're just going to stay between the worlds. So they don't have the body, but they haven't made the transition yet. And I do see that happening to some people. And so when that happens, we can, if we can say prayers, we can talk to them, we can love them, and that love gets through to help them out. Okay, Philip goes on to say, it is then your questions will be answered in one of these ways. So once we see the light, once we hear the voice of love or the music of love, we then will ask our questions and they will be answered in these ways. As you ask the question, you will suddenly know the answer. This often happens while in body. Imagine that. As you ask the question, someone near gives you the answer. This too happens in body, whether that answer comes from a person, a book, a show, a song, or other source nearby. If you are not ready to hear the answer, you will be guided to your classes, which you will gladly attend when you are ready. You will also receive answers to your questions, and every question and every answer leads to another question and another answer. As you can see, both questions and answers are always unfolding. This continues until you return fully to the light from whence we all come. We wish to remind you of that which you already know, even if you aren't aware of knowing. It is the question you must ponder. If the question is one you are to ask, the answer will follow when you are able to hear it. This is true whether in body or in spirit world. Earth is a reflection of spirit world. In spirit world, your view is greater, so answers may come easier, but only the answers sought by the questions asked. Only the answers sought by the questions asked. So what Philip is saying is suddenly we don't become all-knowing just because we've moved into spirit world. Well, imagine that, right? Ask the questions. Beware of what questions they are. So get the good questions, get the answer, then ask the question from that answer. Keep asking. The more questions we ask, the deeper we go. And as Philip said, it's the questions that we have to pay attention to, not just the answers. All right, my friends, we're going to get our message from Philip. I'm hearing right. If you heard right, we're just in sync. If you heard left, that's a message you need to pay attention to. So on the right, it says, the God you believe in is the God who appears to you. The God you believe in is the God who appears to you. That's page 357. And that kind of, again, it always goes along with our message. So whether in life or in death, the God you believe in is the God who appears to you. And that by whatever name. To me, God is love. And so hopefully when I die, love will appear to me. And I have to tell you, in my life, love does appear to me in so many forms. Even I go out and I look at the moon or the sunset, and I just filled with the love. I look at a leaf falling off of a tree, and I'm filled with the love. My birthday, which was on the 11th of November, I have received so much love this birthday. I have received so many wishes and cards and presents and phone calls and text and Facebook messages. I am just filled with love because so much comes to me. So that's my God, is love. So by whatever name you call your God, that which you believe, the God you believe in is the God who appears to you, whether in life or when you cross over. Now, on the left side, it says, when you understand and learn to use the power that binds you, you will be free. When you understand and learn to use the power that binds you, you will be free. If you heard left, that's your message. If you heard right, it's the God you believe in is the God who appears to you. Sheila says, happy belated birthday. Well, thank you. I appreciate that, Sheila. And I am so excited because I turned 78 on the 11th of November. And I've got to tell you, if the rest of the year goes anything like the beginning of it, wow. Wow, wow, wow. And Sheila says, thank you. She's sending hearts to all of us. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Sheila and Akila, for coming live. And I know in Amsterdam, it's kind of late there for you. And Akila says, thank you for sharing. And Akila says, great message today. Well, thank you. I love all of you. From those of us here, little Miss Piper there in the background. From those of us here, we thank you for the love you receive from us. Thank you for the love you send out into our world. And thank you for the love you send us. See you next Friday, live right here. Thank you, ladies. And Sheila says, bye, Piper. She's kind of worn out. We were out playing ball earlier. So we'll see you all soon. Bye.